So, when I first heard about the Pope coming, I thought how fun it would be to create those memories, to have a great family event that the kids could relate to their kids, and it would always be there. How many times do you get a chance to see the Pope in the United States? The logistics, I love planning things, especially when it comes to planning events for my family. Everything worked out great. Griffin was living with us. We were able to get the train in from Long Island. Sarah was in New Orleans, so we were able to fly her in, and Braden was in Chicago, and we were able to fly him in. Their flights were on time. They got to the city. We met up perfectly, had a nice lunch before the event, and then stood in line. Gosh, it looked like it was going to be 3 hours in line, but that went very quickly. Everything had to work just right, and it did. We were fortunate to be able to have some great seats and go into some special seating area. And the Pope, when he entered and circled the arena, was literally about 10 feet away from us, and you could just sense, I would call the Holy Spirit was there, but there was just this feeling of excitement and electricity. It was a great scene. It was great to see just the joy. There was just an overwhelming sense of joy in the arena. There were some stars there beforehand, kind of as a pre-event type thing. It was fantastic. It was just a fantastic time. We raised our family with faith, and I try not to overwhelm them with that. But I think this was one that I thought it was a great opportunity to just show, that you go a little bit extra, you do a little bit more, certainly for family, but also for your faith. And if there was a seed that might be planted for their future, just to see that their dad would do this, maybe that would lead to a decision later in their life, just to come a little bit closer to God. As the event was going on, I stole some looks down the row at my family. My older son is a little bit of a skeptic. Anything having to do with organized religion or organized anything, he just had this big old smile on his face. And my middle child definitely has a seed of faith in him, and just doesn't know exactly what to do with it. And so I expected him to have this bright look on his face, and he did. And then with Sarah, it was really neat to see her with that big old smile, and she's waving to the Pope. And my wife, who does not open up and share all that much about her faith, and she was doing the same thing. So I had this great feeling of this is awesome. We have a number of relatives that live in New York, so we were able to make arrangements and then go visit relatives, and they're older and have just done some just incredible things. We heard stories that we hadn't heard before. My uncle and aunt talking about my dad, and stories that I had never heard, and my mom, the same thing. So, it was such a great add-on to a terrific weekend, being able to see the Pope, spend time as a family, have a great adventure as a family, and then talk to relatives and spend time with them. It was truly a magical time.